Hello, and welcome to a brand new show called Tea Time with Terrence, and I'm your host, Terrence Nicki. This show is going to be about all the tea you can get, or handle rather, whether it's lukewarm or piping hot. And for those of you that don't want to do that extra research, look no further because Terrence got you. I'll be reporting on the Indeed facts and giving you my flavor of the tea. So we're covering it all, and I mean it all, from the Kardashians to Kanye West, which has become, a whole entity by itself, Cardi B throwing her Manolo Blancs, President Trump and the smart things he tweets, although he never really tweets anything smart, so we'll probably never talk about that. But then we actually might because he's always saying something dumb. But you get the gist. The main thing is that we're going to be covering what you guys want to hear. You guys can tweet at me, TerrenceD_16, so I can hear exactly what you guys think and want to hear. So enough of all of that. Let's get to these facts and these flavors because the tea is hot. The saga between Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson seemed to have come to an abrupt end, just how as abruptly it started. The word just broke that Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson have broken up. The two had been dating since May 2018 and got engaged in June the very next month. Things were going so well between them that Davidson had picked out a ring, and it was the exact type that Grande loves. Davidson even got the Dangerous Woman symbol, Grande's third album, tattooed on his neck. Ariana Grande also got Davidson's dad's badge number tattooed on her in honor of his dad who died in 9/11. The two moved into a $16 million 5-bedroom apartment in New York City. Things couldn't have been more blissful. They even got a pet pig. The two were always being crazy in love on Twitter, out in public, and even on talk shows. So what happened? Before you know it, Davidson has covered up his Dangerous Woman tattoo with a heart, and a few days after, it was confirmed, according to TMZ, that with both parties acknowledging that it simply was not the right time for their relationship to take off. We're told the two still have love for each other, but things are over romantically. Grande has made one appearance for an NBC's Very Wicked Halloween and posted on Instagram that she needed a break and would be back soon. Davidson is reportedly just fine, and the 25-year-old just wants to focus on himself. I personally think that this engagement was just too rushed. Grande had just gotten out of a relationship with Mac Miller in April, and in May she's cooling with Davidson like heavy. I simply think she didn't give herself enough time to process everything, especially since her and Miller were together for 2 years and talking even longer than that. Davidson was also in another relationship with Cassie David, and they split in the same time frame too. It seems like they both just rebounded to each other and had a few things in common, and just went all in for each other. I guess they called it fate. I kind of call it two celebrities with unresolved feelings and that had a lot of money. But when Mac Miller died late last month, I think that put things into perspective for her with just life in general, and I'm pretty sure it didn't help with the new relationship she was in either. I was not against them at all. I actually loved them together, to be honest. I just wish they would have gotten to know each other more. But that's my flavor on that tea. The fiery then subtle, then fiery again feud between female rappers Cardi B and Nicki Minaj still continues. Their ongoing feud has taken everyone by storm, and they want them to put the hatchet down, to be honest. From the Migos featured motorsport to interviews to subs and everything else, nothing or barely anything has been blown into proportion as this has. However, things have hit the whole entire fan when Cardi B and Nicki Minaj got into an altercation at New York Fashion Week's Harper Bazaar's Icon Party. Cardi B was seen lunging, shouting, and throwing a red high heel at Minaj. Nicki Minaj could barely be seen with her bodyguards in front of her as Cardi B was escorted out by NYPD. The real spark of this fire came when Cardi saw that Minaj had allegedly liked and then unliked a tweet about Cardi's parenting skills, which Minaj has denied. According to Cardi B's Instagram, that same night, this was her response as to why things happened the way they did. I've let a lot of slide, and I let you sneak diss me. I let you lie on me. I let you attempt to stop my bag. F up the way I eat. You've threatened other artists in this industry, told them if they work with me, you'll stop effing with them. I let you talk big S about me. I addressed you once in person. I addressed you a second time in person. And every time you copped a plea. But when you mention my child, you choose to like comments about me as a mother, make comments about my abilities to take care of my daughter is when all bets are effing off. After about 3 or 4 days, Nicki Minaj went to her Beats One Apple Music radio show, Queen, to clear things in the air. Minaj revealed several things about Cardi B's character on the show, such as that she refers to black women as monkeys and roaches, have had men threaten and beat up night dancers that could have allegedly been who Offset, her husband, cheated on her with, have spoken ill on other people's children, payola, and more. Minaj then proceeds to drop a whole diesel clothing line of haute couture, really hate couture, which probably was already in the works, and merchandise where Minaj turned her feud into fuel and is mocking everything Cardi B has said and even her haters in the industry. Cardi B apparently has been waiting for the right moment to show us these receipts of where Minaj allegedly liked these posts about her parenting skills. According to E! News, Cardi B's new single, Money, is set to drop on November 26. However, some of Cardi B's team is concerned. Sources close to her report that some of the lyrics take some serious jabs at Minaj, while Cardi wants to keep it all the way real. Her team feels that some of the lyrics should be left out as it might only put more spotlight on Minaj. They've also thrown subtle jabs at each other in different ways, too. Cardi B rocked the same type of print as Minaj in New York City's Fashion Week at Milan Fashion Week. Cardi B also performed at Christian Cohen's fashion show, while Nicki practically dedicated her whole Barbie Dreams music video outfits to his collection. Besides Minaj airing out Cardi B on Queen Radio and dropping both a merch and clothing line, she also was on the cover of Harper's Bazaar this month, the same party Cardi B got kicked out of, wearing Philip Plain, which is the same fashion show that Cardi B's husband and sister walked in. I really just wanted to see these two work together, honestly. I mean, ever since Motorsport, it was just great craftsmanship, and I just thought it was going to be a really great job. I was also getting to know the artist side of Cardi B, and, because we know her from Love and Hip Hop, and I was loving it, but then she started to do some of this extra stuff. And if they had problems, if they have beef, if something is wrong, this was not the way to handle it at all. Cardi handled it very unprofessionally, and I think that she sees that now, especially after we hear that very famous people like Beyonce, Chance the Rapper, Ariana, Takeoff, and others have not been taking sides, but they've just been subtly backing off or unfollowing her on Instagram. So if things like that are going to be happening, I don't know if you should really think about doing it like that. And it's like, again, are you going to throw a shoe and it accidentally land on Anna Wintour, chief editor of Vogue, or are you going to charge it to the game and write a diss track like every other rapper? Because there have been tons of rap battles and feuds way more serious and crazy than this one, so I just don't get it, to be honest. There's just certain things that you do and you don't do, and I will also say this too, but keep that on the low. It was also relayed to us from several people that if you aren't writing all of your, most of your lyrics and you're paying for your airplay and sleeping with DJs for airplay, I think you should kind of just stay humble and stay low because, I mean, in hip hop, this is all about craft and it's all about skill. So I don't really know what to say about that. Meanwhile, Nicki's practically getting to the bag and getting a whole bunch of bags with all of this merchandise. So keep giving her opportunities, Cardi. I guess we'll have to wait until November 26th to see the flavor of that tea. Thanks so much for hanging with me, guys. I'm Terrence, and we're just getting started on this tea. See you next time.